And you need more money. He's not giving you enough money?
No, he pays for tuition and health care, but,
Wait a minute.
Deborah Ocean says her child's expenses have gone up, so she's taking her ex-husband Jason to court, asking for more child support. Was it the right move? Let's find it out.
Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is the Ocean case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, is it Miss or Mrs. Ocean?
Miss.
Miss Ocean, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I need more money each month to pay for, his activities and food and clothing, his expenses as he's getting older.
Whose activities? Who's
Kevin's, our son.
Kevin? Okay, how old is Kevin?
He's 14.
14, okay. And you need more money. He's not giving you enough money?
No, he pays for tuition and health care, but,
Wait a minute. He pays for tuition? If I remember correctly about tuition, it's kind of expensive. It's not anything that's cheap. So how much is he paying in tuition?
$395 a month.
$395 a month. And you say he pays what else?
For health care.
Health care? How much is health care?
It's $185 a month.
He's already paying the tuition and she's asking for more? That's like gifting your wife a Mercedes and she immediately asked to upgrade the exhaust. Come on, if we're healthy and capable, some things we should manage on our own.
$185 plus $395. Okay, is there anything else you want me to know? What type of activities?
Well, he's joined the football team.
Football.
And then he plays guitar.
Guitar. Okay, and has he enrolled in those activities yet, or?
Yes.
Okay, and you're paying for those?
Yes.
And you want him to pay for them?
At least help, yes.
Okay, so there isn't anything else you want to tell me before I move to him?
No.
All right. Sir,
Yes,
you pay $395 in tuition,
that's correct.
and is it $185 in health insurance? Because what I see $85 in health insurance.
It's 185.
It's $185, okay. And then what else?
There's guitar lessons, clothes. Whenever he stays with me, I pay for all his activities and everything else too. So it starts to add up.
Okay. And she wants you to pay for more than that?
That's correct.
I'm not understanding this, ma'am. The way that child support works is supposed to pay a certain percentage for the child, not for you to just get off scot-free and have him paying for everything. That's not how this works.
I understand, but as he's getting older, his expenses are getting more.
And I understand that. And what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
So you make money too, right?
Yes.
So it naturally follows that you should be covering some of these expenses as well, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I'm not going to have him be responsible for each one of those things individually because he's doing a lot already. And sir, where do you work?
I'm a pool cleaner.
Pool clean. How much do you make a year doing that?
About $45,000.
All right, yeah, that's not how this works. I mean, did a friend of yours tell you that you can come in here and get him to, run him through the slammer and have him pay everything? Did somebody tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well.
If you look at their body language, Jason speaks with confidence, while Deborah gives off a vibe of guilt. That's just my personal take, but honestly, it kind of sways me towards who's right and who's wrong.
Were you thinking that on your own?
I just wanted more help paying for this.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pay for some of this on your own because I'm not going to make him responsible for everything. What I have here, sir, I'm not sure if your employer made a mistake on your documentation, but what you provided to the court for medical insurance, I have $85, not $185. So I only can give you credit for what's in front of me. If that's an error, you can come back at any time and get that fixed, but I have to go with what's in front of me. So based on $45,000 a year, I have your gross at $3,600. I have your net at $2,948.13, which would bring your child support amount to $589.63. However, considering that you do pay a lot for this child already, the Texas Family Code allows me to consider factors to deviate from what your child support amount should be. One of those factors being child care expenses. So what I'm going to do, instead of making you pay that $589.63, I'm going to make your child support $395 just to ensure that the child's tuition is covered every month. So that's your education. Your child's education is very important. So your child support is going to be based on that. So $395 a month.
So you're raising my child support?
No, your child support is going down. So it
Oh, okay.
it's
I'm not good at
technical-
math.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
I was told there would be no math
Oh,
during
well,
this session. So.
You know, and that's one, I thought that it would be the same thing when I went to law school. Somebody lied to me. I still have to do math. So instead of $589.63, your child support is going to be the $395 a month for the tuition that you would pay. And you,
I'll
of
take
course, will have to keep covering the health insurance. And if you choose to pay for football and guitar, that's up to you. But ma'am, you need to be responsible for something.
Let's be real. If a mom enrolls her kid in activities, it should be because she cares about his growth and shouldn't think about increasing child support in the first place.
So, does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, I appreciate it though.
No problem. Well, you know, you don't even have to thank me. You can thank the legislator because they give us the option to do this for people. It's just the right thing to do. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. I just wanted to go over what you all watched in the case of the Ocean. So in this particular case, mom was seeking for dad to not only pay child support, but she also wanted him to continue paying the expenses for the child as well as paying the child's tuition. Would he be court ordered to do that? Absolutely not. Under Texas law, the court takes the obligor's net resources. And that amount is, it's a reasonable amount. It's based on what they actually make each month. Well, a court can also do what's called a deviation from the standard child support amount. The court can consider additional factors in deviating from this amount. In this particular case, you saw the court use child care expenses as a reason to deviate. So instead of setting his child support at that monthly obligation based on his net resources, the court deviated from that and made him responsible for the child's tuition every day, which protects the child's education. So that was the reason why in that particular segment, you saw that there was a deviation from what he should have been paying in child support to covering the child's education.
So, Deborah was the one who brought Jason to court, and the verdict ended up being the exact opposite of what she wanted. That's like asking to take the exam early and failing it before midterms. Let this case be a lesson. Only come to court with valid reasons, and please, know the law first. If you enjoyed watching, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. I'm sure I'm not asking for more than I should, unlike Deborah.